There is something every parent needs to know and understand. That thing is the relationship you have with your child today is building the foundation for the relationship you have with your child tomorrow. Remember, that child that is small or that small child today will become a teenager tomorrow. And when they become a teenager, they are going to have their own opinions. They will have their own friends. They will have their own questions. They will have their own struggles. And above all, they are going to come to you for questions which they need you to give answers to. But the big question is this: when that time comes, will your child be free to come to you? Will that child be free to come to you with the boldness that, yes, my dad and my mom are going to answer my questions? Or will they be free to know that, yes, my dad and mom will be there for me? That is the big question you should ask. So, these are the mistakes you want to avoid. Stop making these mistakes before your child becomes a teenager. Mistake number one: stop only shouting at them. You know, don't always shout at them. Shouting is not always the only solution to correcting a child. Yes, there are times where shout has its own place, right? But then it is not always the solution to every misbehavior of a child. Acknowledge the fact that yes, they have made mistakes, but then don't take it out on them with shouting. Because if you keep on shouting at them as a parent, they will just, get used to your shouting. And when they get used to it, trust me, you wouldn't like the outcome. They will just sit down and feel, mommy is always used to shouting. Daddy is always used to shouting whenever I do something wrong. So they go ahead and do what they want to do, and then they just expect you to shout at them and they move on. And I bet you wouldn't want that as a parent. The next mistake you should not make is stop only correcting their wrongs. Stop only noticing their wrongs. They may do wrong, yes, but don't let it become a norm with you that all you do is to always notice the things they do wrong. When they do wrong, correct them in love, yes, but then always notice the things they do right also. Don't just be looking at what they do wrong every point in time. Notice what they also do right and praise them for it. For instance, tell them, I can see you are making effort, to do things right. When they do something right, notice it. Don't always wait until they have a great achievement, good grades before you praise them. At home, every day, when they make effort to do things in the house, notice them. Tell them, oh, I really appreciate what you just did. I'm so happy. I never knew you could do this. Thank you so much. Things like this will help your child to begin to, it will help that relationship you really want to build with them, such that at any point in time, they will be free with you. The next mistake you should not make as a parent is comparing your children to others, even among themselves, among your children. Like maybe you have two, you have three, you have four, or even more. Don't compare them to each other. Don't say, can't you see your sister? She's always doing this right. Can't you see your friend? He's always this. He's excellent. Don't compare them. You may mean well. You may not just want to hurt them. You are trying to help them. Maybe you feel when you say things like this, it will encourage them to do better. But I tell you, the negative part of this comparison is much more than you think. So don't always compare your children to one another. Rather, help them to build the best version of themselves. Help them. Every child is unique. You understand me? There are children who are compassionate, some are honest, some are creative, and some are slow to learn. Every child is unique. So instead of comparing them, the best you can do is to help them build the best version of them. Another mistake you should not make is dismissing your child's questions. Whenever your child asks you a question, do your best, your absolute best. I'll say it again: do your best to answer their questions. You don't actually need to know everything before you can answer your child's questions. In fact, if your child brings a question to you that is difficult, you can tell that child, wow, this is a very important question. It is important and also interesting. Let us learn it together. See, children always ask questions like how, when, what, mommy this, mommy that, daddy. So they need clarity. If you always dismiss your child's question, they will end up taking those questions outside. They will end up taking those questions to their peer groups, their friends, or even people you wouldn't want. And I tell you, the answers they will get, it will teach them something differently. It will turn them, it can change their attitude, their behavior, and you would not like that. So instead of pushing your child's questions away or shying away from your child's questions, do your best to trash it together. The ones you know, answer them politely. The ones you don't know, of course, our children will not always want to believe that there are certain things we don't know, right? They just believe that, oh, daddy and mommy, they know it all. So even when they bring up a question that you really don't actually have an answer at that instant, don't, you know, present it as though you don't know the answer. Tell them, let us learn it together. Okay? So another thing you should not do is to always make your child, afraid of telling you the truth. This mistake is one of the biggest mistakes parents makes. You make your child feel like telling you the truth, in fact, it's like hell. Don't make your child believe that telling you the truth is the worst they can ever do. Instead, make them believe that telling you the truth is the best thing that they can ever say to you as a parent. And when they actually tell you the truth, even when that truth seems to be a terrible thing you never expected of them, calm yourself down. Handle that issue with wisdom. Don't make your child feel like, I'll never tell my mom the truth again, or I'll never tell my dad the truth again. So learn to make your child comfortable whenever they say the truth to you about anything. And also learn to always assure them that, see, you are safe to tell me the truth. I wouldn't, there are times my own child will tell me, Mom, if I, like, he will ask me, Mom, if I tell you the truth, will you beat me? And when he says something like that, I'll say, no. When you tell me the truth, that is the very time I will, even if I wanted to beat you, I won't beat you, okay? Just tell me the truth. And as you do that, mind you, you are not just building for now, like I said, you are building the foundation of trust and that good relationship for tomorrow. Because that little child that is running to you for everything today will eventually grow into a teenager tomorrow. It will become 10, from 10 it becomes 13, 14, 16, and the next thing is questions upon questions. They want to know. They are curious. They want to know about things. Know that children naturally are inquisitive. They want to know everything. And so, as a parent, you should not just build for now, but prepare for those times when they will come to you seeking answers to certain things. And so, whenever they come to you like that, don't dismiss them. Remember, parenting is not all about building up or bringing up a child that is what's the right word I'll use now, bringing up a child that is well behaved. It is also about building a conducive environment for your children where they will feel free with you, and whenever they need to talk to someone, they will feel free to come to you instead of running outside. Another mistake you should not make as a parent is always being absent, being an absentee parent. There is no way you can actually help your child by being absent. Just know it. No, of course, I'm not covering the fact that many times work will take us away from our home, right? We cannot actually be there with them 24/7 every day, you see. But we can actually build or create the time to spend time with these children. They need to play with us. Like, there are times they seek just to be with us, talk to us, ask us questions as parents. Just seeing you being there alone makes them happy. It's not every time they will ask for money. It's not every time they will say, Mommy, I need a new toy, or I want to eat this. But many times they just want your presence. Your presence alone boosts their confidence. Your presence alone unveils new you to them, because when you are with your children, they learn more about you. Remember, we are their first teachers. We cannot actually teach them from a distance. No, we can't always teach them from a distance. There are times we have to spend time intentionally with these children. Spend time intentionally with them. Teach them. Answer their questions. play with them. Don't say your child is too small. In fact, when they are small, that is when the play gets more interesting. So remember, all of these things are things you do to build up that relationship such that when your child grows up into a teenager, they will be very free with you. Whenever anything pops up, whenever they fall into any form of struggle, they will know that daddy is there to answer my questions. Mommy is there to always respond to me, to treat me kindly. Even when they mess up, they will know that their home is home indeed. They can come home and they will be received and corrected. Even when they know that they will be corrected, I tell you, they won't be afraid to come home if you actually do these things to build up that relationship that will open the door or give them the freedom to come to you when they become teenagers. Now, so what should you start doing? What should you start doing as a parent? Start building that relationship now. Always acknowledge their rights. When I say their right, I mean the things they do right. Acknowledge them, praise them for it. Acknowledge their wrongs also. Talk to them in love, correct them, such that even when they make a mistake, they will know that mommy is there. If like that mistake will drive them to you because they know that they will just feel like mommy's love, daddy's love, it will draw them. So start acknowledging their rights, praise them for it. The simple choice they do in the house, praise them for it. Another thing you can do is allow them to make simple decisions. Allow them to make simple decisions. And this one leads us to another mistake that most parents make. They want to do everything for their children, right? As a parent, don't always want to be there. In fact, don't always want to do everything for them. You dress, even when they are little, give them the benefit of doubt or the time to learn and even fail before you correct them. Okay. For instance, your child is 5. At this age, you can allow the child to start doing some simple choices in the house. If you bait the child and allow the child to dress up, just get the child's things ready. After baiting, say come and dress up. You sit down, you are watching that child. Then when the child makes a mistake, you can now come in and say no, this is how to do it. So allow them the opportunity to practice the things you are even teaching them. Understand that practicing is what actually builds up all of these things. You teach them, give them a chance to practice. So allow them the opportunity to learn and practice the things you are teaching them. Teach them, acknowledge their rights. When they do right, praise them. And don't forget, like I said, this is what will give you rest in their teenage times. Because when they grow, I said from the beginning, they will have their questions, they will have their opinions, they will have their friends, and above all, they will have a lot of questions. And they just think that you know it all as a parent. They will bring those questions to you. But the big thing again is, will they be free? If you don't build that relationship now, they will never be free. They will never be free to come to you. But if you build that relationship now, when that time comes, you won't be the one calling. They will be the one calling, like calling to you for answers. So if you are just seeing this face for the first time, my name is Blessing, and you are welcome to Parenting Tips with Ayoche. I will urge you to give this video a thumbs up because I know that it is filled with a lot of values that will help you as a parent. And also, if you are a potential parent, that means if you are not married yet, know that these tips will help you when you get married. So please give this video a thumbs up so that it can get to more parents who need tips like this. And until next time, stay good. Before then, if you have questions, you have anything you want me to talk about, please just leave all in the comment section and I'll be glad to serve you. Thanks for watching and God bless.